I am talking about what you should be buying at Dollar Tree for your garden. These are some stinking good deals. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. It's 25% off now. Hello guys, I went to my local Dollar Tree and oh my goodness, our Dollar Tree is not that great, I'll be perfectly honest, but I was shocked at the deals that they had at Dollar Tree this garden season. It was some really good stuff. So I'm going to take you on a tour of what my Dollar Tree had. You guys in the comments, let me know if you have other things at your Dollar Tree that people should be looking for. Please let us know because different Dollar Trees have different things. Number one, garden gloves. I'm always losing my garden gloves, always getting them messed up or something. They had these garden gloves. Now, they're probably not going to last me 8 or 10 years, but they'll last me a couple of years probably. Garden pots. Now, these are the little 6-inch pots, but I am always needing 6-inch pots for starting something or moving transplants or something. And at $1, these were fairly nice pots to get for starting your plants. So that was way cheaper than going to Walmart. These hanging baskets. Oh, these were so cute just for $1. I could hang these all over my porch. Just line them with some of the basket liner that you can get. You could line them with a plastic bag. You could cut down one of these garden bags that they have and line it with that and poke holes in the sides and put plants in there and it'll cover up the whole side. Oh, that would be so cute. So for $2, you would have a nice hanging basket. Garden stakes. I'm always needing something to stake my peonies. Those kinds of plants that you need to keep from falling over, but you want something decorative because, you know, who wants just an old stake in their yard? So put something pretty. They had these for $1. Wow, I could get all of these. You could get several of these and line them up as a little mini fence type thing. That would be super cute. These flexible ties. Always needing ties in the garden. These would be great, inexpensive ties that I could use. Then if I lost them, I wouldn't really feel that bad for losing them in the garden. This jumbo garden bag. Now this is something new. Well, all this stuff is new. I've never seen any of these things at my Dollar Tree before, but this jumbo garden bag, this thing is cool. Not only could you use it just to be putting stuff in, but you could just for carrying things like dead leaves and that kind of thing, but you could use it as a bag to grow potatoes, or you could get one of these baskets and line the inside with one of these garden bags. And then you can have a huge planter for potatoes or tomatoes, whatever you want to put in there, flowers, that type of thing. You can cut holes in the side and have flowers growing out of the side. That would be really cute too. This garden bag would make a great liner for all kinds of unusual pots. You could get something like this tote and cut off the handles here and line it with that garden bag. And that would be a really cute container. Get 5 or 6 of these and line them up in your garden. That would be really cute. Kneeling pad. Always needing a kneeling pad, but this is also good. You could cut it smaller and set your plants on. So like I have a lot of galvanized buckets, but if I go to put them on my cement, sometimes they'll rust. So I could cut this down to size and set my galvanized buckets on this instead of straight on the cement so I don't get rust marks on my cement. Of course, a gnome house. You gotta have a gnome house in every garden because you've got your gnomes, don't ya? Can you tell I'm a lover of all things gnomes? These other stakes, they're actually flag stakes, but you could use them just for regular stakes in your gardens, for your tomatoes and your peonies, that type of thing. Again, I would use these flag stakes as well as the other trellises just as a mix it up kind of thing, and just depending on the situation in the plant that I need it for. Potting soil. Okay, so there was a little hole in this bag, so I stuck my finger in there to kind of see what this potting soil was, because I was like, potting soil for $1. Now, it felt like it was a lot of wood chip mulch. It was fairly large, but it did feel like it was decomposed enough that it would probably be good for planting in the garden and using as planting soil. Now, if you're not so sure, what you could do is mix it with half peat moss, and then that would hold the water a little bit better for you, or half other potting soil. And so you could mix it half and half, and then you wouldn't have to spend so much on regular potting soil, but you would still have the water retention and the holding power of a good potting soil if you mixed it up. So I think I'm going to get a bag of this and try it, and we'll see how it goes. But it seemed like it would work. Garden seeds. Now, as you can see, it is the 1st of April and our garden seeds are totally sold out, which is really unusual for Colorado because right now, April 1st is when we should really start our plants. And usually they have a bunch left, but this year everybody's kind of panicking. So I got my garden seeds about 8 weeks ago. Look at your Dollar Tree. They may still have some left. Who knows? But they are really good deal. They're like 25 cents for a packet, four packets for $1. So get your garden seeds if you can at Dollar Tree. Bulbs. They had some really nice bulbs. Now here's how you tell if the bulbs are good. Push on the bulbs, and if they crush or crumble, they are rotted and they're not good bulbs. If they're firm, they are good bulbs to put in the ground. You want to get as big of bulbs as you can, and you want to make sure that they're firm. All of them are firm in the package. Now, don't waste your money on this little plastic greenhouse. Guys, this is the biggest waste of money. All it is a deli tray. I use deli trays from the delis. My grocery store always has fried chicken and rotisserie chickens on sale. So if I get one of those for $3 or $4, I save the container, and then I start my seeds in those containers, and I have mini greenhouses. Now, if you don't have those, go over to the organizing section and get yourself a shoebox, and that would make a really good mini greenhouse, and it's a lot sturdier than these other flimsy things, and you can use them year after year. I don't punch holes in the bottom of mine for drainage. I just am really careful with my watering and just make sure I don't drown my plants, because you can see in there how far the water's going down. I just make sure it's saturated but not floating in water. But they make great little greenhouses so that you can start your plants without spending a lot of money. They also had these little seed pods, so if you're just needing like 1 or 2 tomatoes, it's already got the little tiny, it's a compressed peat moss is what it is, and the seeds are already in there, and all you have to do is just sit it in the soil. So if you just need a few plants, this might be a way for you to go to get you a few tomato plants, but not a lot of work of figuring out how to get it started and everything. If you're new to gardening, this would be a good way for you to get started. Of course, the little windmills, the little twirly things, the kids love those. Guys, have one in your garden. The kids love them. I just think they're cute. The other thing is these carry containers. This would be perfect to put the ties in, my clippers, my gloves. I could put all of those in this little carry container. Then I can just pick it all up, carry it around. I am forever dropping everything. I'm going to get me a couple of these to just keep all my garden stuff in. Put your seeds in it. All that can go in this little carry container, and it's super lightweight for somebody with fibromyalgia like me. I love that. So I'm going to put all them in. I am getting the black one though, so that it doesn't get dirty from all the dirt. There's a little tip. So if you like to have things neat and clean, get you something that's dark so you're not always having to clean it. Pantyhose. You're going to be like, Tara, what in the world are you needing pantyhose for? Well, a lot of women don't wear pantyhose anymore, but pantyhose are great for tying things up in the garden. You can hold your your cantaloupes, your honeydew melons, your loofahs, those kind of things. Loofahs don't necessarily need to be held up, but sometimes they get really big. If you're letting them get really big, they need to be supported. Those kinds of plants, take a pantyhose and you can open it up and it will make a nice little sling for your cantaloupe. And hold it up so it doesn't break off of the plant before it's ripe. You can also use it as a tie for your tomatoes, and then it stretches with the plant as it grows. You can also use it for harvesting. So when I harvest onions and I save them, I put one onion in the pantyhose, tie a knot, put the next onion in a pantyhose, tie a knot, next onion, tie a knot. Then when I need an onion, I just tie at the bottom of the knot, and all the rest of them stay in the pantyhose, but I have good storage for my pantyhose. Soap. Irish Spring soap is great for a deer deterrent. You could get several bars of these. Now, you might double check and make sure Walmart's not cheaper. Some Walmarts are cheaper for soaps and some shampoos, that type of thing. And another thing is dish soap and or shampoo. You can make a great insecticidal spray. Put some of that in a bottle. That will help take care of the aphids. It's a good organic way of taking care of the aphids. Cheap. You can get that at Dollar Tree also, and it's a good deal most of the time. Once again, make sure it's not cheaper to get it somewhere else like Walmart, but usually they're a pretty decent deal at Dollar Tree. I hope that gives you some ideas and helps you inspired for gardening season. Guys, check out my articles on my website on how to start a garden. I went to school for greenhouse management and landscape design. I love gardening. It's my #1 favorite hobby of all time. So if you have any gardening questions, please put them in the description below and I will try to answer them. Go ahead and comment and I will see if I can help you. Check out our articles at livingonadime.com. We will see you guys next time. Have a great day.